not
or
equipped.
does 4-4
The-
or 4-3-3.
The 3-3
not
up at the
working.
front, I don't think that is their
So
preferred
like
system.
4-5-1,
maybe
better.
maybe 4-1.
Oh,
and
like
then
4-2-3.
something
yeah,
to that
yeah,
nature.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? One striker, two midfielders behind him,
For,
something that
formation now go help Arsenal.
yeah, man. I
Welcome to the Real SFC, where we talk about top 6 EPL football. I'm here with my resident pundits, my brethren, Patrick. Patrick is so smug. I can't even bother.
I see no reason.
And we're
not
also
to.
here with Richie. Big up yourself, Richie.
yeah, all the time.
So we're here to talk about top 6 football. Today we're talking about Arsenal versus Aston Villa. But before we start, I want us to big up our sponsors, our sponsor, Top Rock Sports. You can check out Top Rock Sports at their socials at Top Rock Sports JA. They provide all your sporting goods needs, balls, jerseys, and the like for any game or competition that you might be having. Top Rock Sports. So guys, Arsenal. Oh my God. Arsenal versus Aston Villa. Arsenal, a team with aspirations to be one of the best teams in the league, at least over the next 3 years, against Aston Villa, a team that should be happy to be here. That game, a game that was predicted to be a 2-2 draw. You see, my memory is excellent, you know.
Yes.
A 2-2 draw by Richie. And Rapper said it was going to be, you said Arsenal's going to win. Mm-hmm. But you said they was going to give up the ghost.
Yeah.
And Arsenal did it. Madness, utter madness in a game.
Come on, man.
In
That's
a
harsh.
game where we
Harsh.
should
Come
dominate
on, man.
Aston Villa. Man,
I'm
you know
sick
what?
of taking up for Arsenal fans. I am sick and tired of trying to tell Arsenal fans to have a little pride in them side. Sick of
Listen,
it.
Just a little bit.
it has nothing to do with the result. It has everything to do with the performance.
And I would like to think the result goes a long way, doesn't it?
It actually shows what the performance was all about.
Yeah, it should go at least long enough so that they don't get cussing within the first 4 hours of winning.
Some
right?
people started cussing
Some
before the
form of
match finished.
reprieve.
Alright, so before
Yeah.
I go on a rant, my usual Arsenal rant, I'm going to ask these guys how you felt about the game, what you thought about the game.
Well, for me personally, the game was a fight. And I don't mind them winning like that. It showed some grit. It showed some teeth to come from behind twice at home. You know, you realize the cards are against you. It's a game you're probably gonna regret looking in the future. They went down to 10 men, and they kept fighting. They kept going after Aston Villa. I don't necessarily like how they started, but I do like how they finished. And as a non-Arsenal fan here, I was actually quite proud of them. I'm not gonna knock them. Sometimes this is how you win. And this can go a long way, getting some energy, giving you the right frame of mind to fight to the last minute. And I like it.
Richie.
So again, I was looking at the body language of the players when you guys started to, just falter and shake. It really looked like some players on the field were going to give up. I was even worried about you guys trying to keep Aubameyang after this season because I'm pretty sure he would have put in some transfer requests. However, as Rapper said, there was some fight back. And the brilliant thing about this is that they did not give up. They played right to the end, even when they went down to 10 men. I mean, I will always cuss out Emery because, again, I think he did some setting up that, I don't know, maybe he can't help it, but him just get some things wrong. You know what I mean? However, Arsenal showed a little bit of quality, albeit Aston Villa is not the greatest team in Premier League right now. We expected Arsenal to at least try and boss the game a little bit. They look like an even match.
On a weekend where teams were dropping 8.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know? On a weekend when teams are dropping 8, we have a chance to show the EPL, not the world, but the EPL, that what we're made of. And as much as people say that we moan a lot, and it's true, we will not deny that we moan a lot as Arsenal fans. It's because of how long we've been playing crap football. It's one thing to play well but not get good results. It's another thing to play horrible football. And I think that we played, for the first part of this game, we were so flat. And again, Xhaka was extremely poor in this game. And when we're down to, I was saying this to Dwayne earlier, to our producer earlier, that you don't take off your best player when you're down to 10 men.
No.
You don't. Aubameyang was on the field. He was burnt out. It was clear a mash up.
Right.
Pepe mash up.
Yeah.
And one of the good things about the game though is that he started Saka, who is one of the kids from the academy,
I was
and
about to bring that up
kid
too.
played well. Saka, you did extremely well, and he was sacrificed because of the red card.
Right. I understand.
He was
Yeah,
giving
I
Aston
understand.
Villa hell.
Yeah.
Hell on the field. And actually almost scored a couple of times. But Xhaka again, when the ball, Xhaka is a black hole. Anything goes into that black hole is lost forever and ever
My gosh.
and ever. And can you believe
Spaghettified.
Emery finally took off Xhaka when we're down to 10 men, you know.
It took a.
And then that is when Arsenal started to play as if there were 20 of them on the field.
Yeah. I was very shocked. I was watching the other match while it was going on, but I was trying to follow the Arsenal match. And I'll be honest with you, when I heard that it was down to 10 men, and I think at that point
You're like, yeah, it's over. It's over.
Yeah, it's over. Right.
Yeah.
But no, you fought back and you came back and Xhaka was not on the field. That does say a lot.
Yeah, I think it says a lot. And I think it says a lot about the guys that were playing. Because if you watch that game, you know, Gwen Dozie, yes, he was making mistakes still. But you know when somebody playing like, we're better than you.
That's
We're
what you
better
mean.
than you. So it could have been 5 of us on the field. We're better than this team. We
Right.
can beat them. And he took full... But again, you know, he was making mistakes. He was playing against Uno.
Yeah,
Uno probably would have scored.
Yeah,
Uno probably would have
useful
scored.
and dubious.
But
Yeah, we'll give him
he
that.
at one point, he was the only player back, you know. At one point, when we're down to 10 men. But he took control. Guendouzi did well. Willock came on, did well.
Right.
Even
Pepe did well.
Chambers came on and scored.
Chambers scored.
scored.
Youth.
There you go. There you
Youth.
And it was a good goal too. I
Yo,
like
the
that
man
one.
played extremely. And the thing is, in addition to that, we're still making these silly errors.
I'm not gonna jump on the Xhaka bandwagon, so to speak. I'm not gonna jump on that one because from what I saw, and I'm paying attention to what's definitive now, and that's the goals that you guys conceded. This was your backline. Your backline. Your backline conceded. Hold on, no. You spelled out what Xhaka is and what Xhaka is not, right?
Right.
We everybody, it's unanimous amongst Arsenal fans and probably the world that Xhaka is not Arsenal worthy, right? Fine. That being said, it wasn't Xhaka that conceded those 2 goals. It was your poor centre backs that conceded these 2 goals. They were. I remember the first goal that came over the top. The entire line was there, and none of them picked up the 2 Aston Villa players that ran right through it. Nobody. David Luiz was at the front. I can excuse him for this because he's watching the play. From where he was positioned, he's watching the play. Socrates
directly
at the players coming through, and none of them. There wasn't a move. That wasn't Xhaka. That was your back line.
Right.
And that's been, for me, when I look at the goals that you have conceded, I can always put it back to your back line. Now, granted, your midfield is supposed to protect your back line, and I don't think Xhaka is protecting them.
Right. So
that being said,
so you can answer this question.
Well, let me finish.
What is protecting? What is which is where I'm going to show you're gonna prove to everybody now that Xhaka is a rocks. You going to prove?
No,
this.
I have never disagreed with that at all.
How do you protect a backline? How do you prevent? How do you protect a backline? How does a midfielder protect a backline? You tell me how a midfielder protects a backline.
I think the first and foremost, the first way to protect a backline is to retain possession of the ball. So don't put them under pressure by keeping the ball with the team.
When the next team has the ball, what do you do?
You have to be the first line of defense. You have to be the one to slow down the game if necessary. If your backline is in disarray, you have to step to the players. If it takes shielding, if it takes a slide tackle, but you have to be someone who can break whatever play is being created by the opposition.
All right, good. So me tell you, you're gonna tell the people, you know, you already start. So, all right. So does the midfielder mark the forward?
I think the midfielder has to track the forward if he's the highest player and the midfielder is there right in front of the backline, depending on the position. But there's nothing wrong with that.
All right.
You have to, if there's a run being made through your middle and that's a highest player, you can't simply allow him to walk past and say backline. No, you have to pick up that player.
All right. So I'm gonna go to Richie now. So Richie, the ball, the goals. I give it, Patrick. I give it. The back line needs work. Remember that we said that in our first set of
We
comments.
did say that the back line is a
If you
problem.
watch the first set of videos that we have up, guys, you will see that we're talking about just that. Arsenal is like we keep saying it's a gap here. We keep calling it a gap here for the back line.
Yeah.
However, if it is that the back line stopped nothing at all, we'd get 20. Right?
Well,
So the back line will indeed stop some things. I am saying that when the first goal that was scored was squared by somebody in the middle of the field. This is the challenge that Arsenal keeps having. We played a couple of games. The game that we played against Watford, what was the shot count again?
I think it was like 31,
30 or almost 7, something like that.
Yeah.
Now you tell me no. You tell me no. Well, some editing I forgot on no. You tell me no. If a team concedes 31 shots, is that the defense's fault?
It can be.
All right.
If a team, not goals in it, if a team concedes in one game 30 odd match, I am promising you that high amount, once is one of the data points that I want him to research. When you get the chance, research that. You say once a team is conceding a whole heap of shots, it means that their midfield is weak and not doing their job. Your defense. If the person in the middle of the park is free to ping balls into your box, you're going to be under pressure for the whole game. And that is what we have when we play Xhaka in the field. Xhaka cannot run. Xhaka cannot pass the ball 5 yards. He can pass the ball 30 yards, but he cannot on his left foot. Mark you.
Right.
He cannot pass the ball with him right foot.
Right.
He can kick the ball from far with him left foot, and he cannot chase. So I'm not saying that he's not a good player. I'm not saying he can't do something on somebody's side, but he's not what we need in that position. We can't take him if we don't want him.
Well, nobody wants him. I can guarantee you that. All I'm saying to you is, and this comes back to my point, I'm not complaining about any of the Arsenal players. You have to just know the quality of your team. What I am going to say is, how have they been set up? I don't think they've been set up to succeed. If you know that your backline is that weak, then you need somebody in front of them to stop the ball, and that's not going to be Xhaka. Everybody and them granny know this.
Exactly.
Yes? If you're going to dismantle a team and put it back together, the first team you should start with is Arsenal. Arsenal right now does not need a new team. They just need a different system that plays to their strengths.
Yeah.
They need to push
because
Xhaka
maybe
up
Xhaka
the
will
field.
play. Maybe Xhaka will play well in a different system, you know.
Xhaka is not going to be the one to run back and cover your defenders. Well.
And he even got that's the thing, you know. He even got a yellow card. I don't know if you guys saw the yellow card he got on half line, you know. Half line. Jack Grealish is dribbling away from the Arsenal goal. Turns, he says on the, what side does he feel at now? On the right side of the field. He turns inside at half line.
Right.
Xhaka does
pull his shirt.
Just pull the man and take a yellow card. It's like him say, I forget. I don't get a yellow card yet. So when me hurry up and collect a yellow card, so my record of getting a yellow card in every game I've ever played in my life is continued. Xhaka, it's October, your wife, it was 2 weeks before the due date, the baby can come.
And
we know that your baby is on the way. I encourage you to spend time with your family. I encourage you to move away from the training camp. I encourage you to be there for your family. Leave. Leave us.
Xhaka not going to solve this.
Arsenal won a game today. Are there any happy Arsenal fans?
Oh, Xhaka alone not causing your team to play like this.
Xhaka is not the problem in the side.
Your team is the problem. It's not Xhaka in the team or
no,
Xhaka.
Xhaka on the back line.
No, and that's the thing. All you hear from you and from
and
Arsenal
the coach,
fans
and the coach.
Xhaka. As
Everybody just jumps on
no,
the wagon.
your back line is just as culpable as Xhaka.
At what point did I not? In all these weeks.
But that's
have
why
I
you
not
realize that's
stated?
how I started. I started by saying I know that Xhaka isn't
Look
great.
here, going into European football, right? Just a touch. I know we're talking about EPL top 6. Barcelona has brought in a front three, and they've changed the system a couple years ago to a midfield three. So their setup and their lineup is 4-3-3. A long time ago, we used to have a 4-4-2, right? Yeah. Arsenal is not equipped to play 4-3-3.
Okay, not equipped to play 4 at the back, you're saying? Or
They're not equipped.
Or does 4-4 or 4-3-3?
The 3-3 up at the front, I don't think that is their preferred
like
system.
4-5-1, maybe better?
Maybe 4-1.
Oh,
And
like
then
4-2-3.
something
Yeah,
to that
yeah,
nature.
yeah, yeah.
I
You know
don't-
what I mean? One striker, 2 midfielders behind him, something that
Formation not gonna help Arsenal.
yeah, man. I do believe.
Formation
I do
can
believe.
this team.
No, hold on a second. I do believe, and I'm taking a glance here. I'm taking a glance here at your computer. I do believe that if we're able to move Xhaka out of that space and put somebody else there, or maybe even put what you call him, holding midfielder.
Somebody more mobile who will tackle and get rid of the ball.
Yes.
So it's not the formation, it's the player.
So Xhaka's not good then, for true. Thank you. And with that,
We're gonna list numbers now. We're gonna list numbers. 1, 3, 4, 2, 2, 5,
I tried.
3, 6, 2, 2. Let's go list out numbers now as if that's the problem.
I'm just saying, move Xhaka from that position. That's not where he.
So it's not the position then it's his position that he's playing. That's the problem. Not his position on the field. The position of him playing. That's the issue.
I'm not saying to move him to the bench, you know.
What?
I'm not saying to move him to
You're
the
not
bench.
saying that? I am saying that. Me I say that. So no, me I tell you, objectively speaking here, let's be honest, and the Arsenal are my problem. Xhaka need a good benching. He need a good benching. Now, big and serious.
yeah,
Without question.
Psychologically, it might help.
He need a good benching.
Are you
But
thinking
here's the
then that he
thing.
needs
Hold
to
on,
fight for his game?
Hold on,
Okay.
He needs a good benching, but I still believe the problems, the goal conceding issue that you have is going to continue. I think how you're probably gonna concede a few of these goals might change. You might have a better ball retention in the middle, fine. But if they get past your midfield onto your back line,
That's
you
it.
still gonna concede. So it's not a formation change, and it's not just a Xhaka change. This team needs an overall from the midfield go back. From the midfield go straight back. Your goalkeeper is probably the only person definitively I'm saying, he has his game. Don't worry about that. Nobody playing your back four no safe. Not even Maitland-Niles as much as me.
No, him injured.
Yeah, no, he's injured now.
No, him mash up. No, him out for a while.
Yeah,
You can
so
see it.
even when he
Was
was
he the one
there,
that
I wouldn't say
considered the red card
definitive.
too?
Yeah,
He
he
got
got
the
the
red
red
card.
card. Yeah, and I'm looking at your midfield. All right, Guendouzi potential alone. Xhaka
But
can go.
Guendouzi can't play that defense because him wide first goal scorer.
He'll give you energy,
Pace and power.
pace and power, P&P.
I mean, even, and the irony, you know,
Whole heap of tough tackling.
the irony is that he's the one that they kicked down for Arsenal to get the penalty to bring it back
Yeah.
to 1-1. But
In
he's
the box,
But
yeah.
he's the one that never tracked the runner from midfield. Him literally not even looking on the dude, him marking the guy, and then somehow him just get like a moth to a flame. Him just start look on the ball, and the guy just run behind him, run right through the heart of the defense. Listen, man.
Him young.
You know what?
Focus and
I will
concentrate.
I will take the criticism from my friends here. And what I will do, I will shift this argument to say, all right, guys, what is positive about this result? For
We
Arsenal?
should be asking you.
The 3 points. Well, I mean,
Because I'm thinking
that's
you
a
won the
question.
game.
What's positive from a 3-2 victory? 3 points.
I don't.
No.
Case rested.
No, man. When you're in a rebuilding process, the thing is, I don't look at things from what is in front of me. I want the team to play extremely well. So I will take the positive, not just the 3 points. If them did, let us say we had gone down to 10 men and we were losing by 2-0 and we come back and draw, I would have taken I loved it. So I'm really happy that we won 3-2. You know,
You don't sound happy.
I'm extremely happy.
This is him happy.
We should never have
He's
been
elated.
losing. We should never have been losing to Aston Villa. Can you imagine when we go down at Aston Villa?
My
The
God.
man was saying, you want to get her from with the last time.
No, you guys went down to 10 men and
No,
still
we
won.
make.
Wow.
We weren't winning when we were at 11 men.
You went down to 10 men. You
you
had to
score
come from
twice?
behind twice.
I guess it's
you
a
still
fact.
get the
Arsenal
3 points.
Arsenal
And-
fans, we cannot be pleased.
And
we
no,
are
it's
not pleased. We
griping.
are never
Let
pleased.
me ask you something. And
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
have
used
3
to
points
asking
there.
questions on this panel.
Yeah.
Didn't Xhaka play the last game?
The one that
Well-
we drew to, or
Come on, Xhaka's
the
been
one that
playing.
we lost before that,
No, man.
Feel off, yeah.
the 3-love game.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you saying?
Whose fault was it then that you won 3-love?
The opposition, because they missed all the chances that they got.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I guess it proves our point again that Arsenal fans cannot be pleased. Yeah? Because I'm sure the most popular thing right now
Right.
is Arsenal fans cussing. is more popular than
I
cats
don't
on the
know. I don't know
internet.
about right. No, that's been
No man,
that's been-
more popular than cats, man. Yeah, talk about,
It's
man.
more popular than
Yeah,
cats
man.
on the internet right now. If you
And
want
that's
comedy,
an accomplishment.
All right, guys. Listen.
be happy.
Be happy.
Your team
We
got
are
3
never
points.
happy. We are never pleased, and we'll never be pleased
Look here.
until
Man United with that
Manage
dead for
your
3 points, I tell you.
Manage your expectations.
Man United with that love that 3
Oh,
points,
we have higher
They would have
expectations
scored
than
3
teams.
goals. They can't even score 3 goals.
Yo, Real SFC. Check out our socials at The Real SFC on Twitter and on Instagram. If you check out our Instagram feed, it wicked.
Indeed.
Yes.
Wicked.
Lively.
Watch some of the videos that we put up before too, because them videos are wicked too.
And getting on the conversation.
What you mean, man? Oh,
I don't know what you're
And if
thinking.
you write to it, we answer you. If you write to us, we will answer you. No matter where in the world you're from, even if you speak Spanish, we click
Google Translate.
Yeah.
Google Translate.
and we will reply.
Slow
to you.
process, but we get there.
Link we up, man. If you want to have your say, we're thinking about having a watch party.
Yeah, no, we're not thinking about it. We're gonna definitely.
We're gonna definitely have a watch party. So we're gonna go live on that, and you're going to get to see us talking about
Stay tuned.
things. So stay tuned to that.
Let's see if
Real
it's an
SFC,
Arsenal game.
Arsenal as usual.
We're not gonna be watching.
Be a
Arsenal.
stress. But anyway, me take the 3 points.
Finally, at the end
Take
of
3 points.
everything.
We're in the top 4. If the season was to end today, we'd be in the Champions League.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Right where Wenger left you.
Quarter. You know, so I can't tell you that.
Yeah,
No,
man.
we're out.
You're
We
out.
don't cut it yet. Director, please. Get us out of here.
My God. You can't please, huh?
No,